In the kitchen now with Michelle from Lamer's Dairy. Good morning, good to see you.
Thank you, nice to see you, Amy. Thanks for having me.
You bet. I'm real excited about this recipe because I happen to love scones, and if there's a restaurant I go to that has scones, normally I end up ordering them because you don't see them around a lot.
That's right. And this is a twist on it because it's a savory scone, so it has the bacon and the cheddar, sharp cheddar cheese, and scallions.
Yeah, I was going to say, normally when you see scones, one of my favorites is blueberry or cranberry orange or maybe a chocolate chip scone to go with your coffee. So this is going to be great for breakfast, but it also would be nice. I was thinking to go with some soup, you know,
Absolutely.
or
That
something,
would
a
be
stew,
delicious.
something like that. So bacon, cheddar, and scallion scones. And I think the word scone scares people off. I know it scares me off because I think, you know, oh, that's got to be a pastry chef type of thing. But they're easy, you say.
Very, very simple. Very simple. We'll just, start with the flour and then you put the dry ingredients together.
Okay, so this is just regular flour. Okay.
And then we're going to add some sugar, baking powder, and some salt, and we can put our pepper in at the same time.
Does this all go in, all the
that
sugar?
Does.
Okay.
It's just a tablespoon. It looks like a little more.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is baking powder?
Powder, that's correct.
Okay. A little bit of salt and pepper?
That's right.
Okay. All of it again, or
Sure.
just a pinch?
Yep, you can put it all in.
Okay, all right.
And what's really nice about this too is it's so easy. I actually made it makes 2 discs, and I put one in the refrigerator. So you can actually make it the night before and then just cut it up and put it in the oven the morning.
I like that
breakfast.
because there's nothing like warm, just like warm coffee cake or warm muffins, warm scones. There's nothing like it. Like warm biscuits. Okay, so this is the new thing. Instead of sifting, you just whisk, and that's what all my chef friends do these days, just to really combine it, make sure the baking powder really gets in there. Okay.
And it aerates it, which is nice. And then we're going to add the butter, cheese, and scallions, and cut that in with a pastry blender or your hands if you want.
Okay.
I'm kind of a hands person. Some people don't like to get, but the pastry blender works really well. And actually it's quite nice because your hands heat up the dough, which you don't really often want to do.
So do you normally like the butter cold?
I do for baking, and it is also unsalted.
Okay.
So you want to control your salt, and salt is a preservative, so I like to use the unsalted butter as a fresher taste as well.
So this is going to take a little bit. You could shortcut and do it in a food processor as well, but you just want it to be nice and crumbly, biscuit-like, right?
That's right. And you can actually throw the cheese and the scallions in at the same time if you want.
Okay, this is shredded cheddar.
Yeah, it's a sharp cheddar, so
okay,
it has
sharp
a nice
cheddar,
taste.
yeah. And chopped scallions. About how many scallions?
That's about a half a cup. I think it was about 6 of them.
Okay.
You want to make sure you wash those really well.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and start measuring our Lamer's Dairy Heavy Cream, and we're going to use 1.5.
I don't know if you saw as she poured that, but that's one of the reasons we love your cream. It's just the thickest, richest, most wonderful heavy cream. Look at that. The other stuff doesn't pour like that. It's not like that, that's for sure.
I'm partial to, I love it.
And of course, award-winning milk too,
That's
in a
right.
glass bottle. Congratulations on that. First
Well,
place.
thank you. That's right. In the World Dairy Expo Championship Dairy Products Contest, and it was entries from all over the country.
First place. Doesn't get much, better than that. So.
Well, we're very excited about it. The Lamer's brothers put a lot into making the product, and they have such high integrity and quality expectations, and it's nice to have that confirmed by the industry, and it's a really prestigious contest, so we're very happy, and we're happy that we can confirm that for our retail customers and for our home customers.
But I think they already knew.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so now a heavy cream. How does that come into play here?
Well, we're just going to add the 1.5. Actually, we're going to add we can add the bacon.
Okay, so this is just cooked crumbled bacon.
Yeah, and then mix that in, and then we'll add our 1.5 cups cream.
Is a key with scones, don't overmix them? Is that really kind of the key?
Once you add the cream, you're not going to want to do that because it toughens it.
Okay.
And you don't want to do that. So it's going to be a little bit of a wet dough, and it's a nice hands-on project. So if you have young people in your home that want to play with you as well, and I'm going to flour the surface a little bit here because we're going to go ahead and turn it out when it just starts to come together.
All right, I'm going to let you take over at this point.
Alrighty.
So now it's really about kind of getting in there, I take it.
Yeah, and if we need, this is a little bit dry, your flour can affect, the humidity can affect your flour, so I'm going to add a little bit more because I want it to be nice and wet.
Okay.
A little bit sticky. And then we're going to turn it out on the counter.
Preheat the oven to what temperature, Michelle?
400.
400, so
Yeah,
real
it's a
high
kind of a-
heat.
Yeah,
And then we've got a baking sheet that we've lined with parchment paper so that
that's right.
the bottoms
Rid of
get
that.
nice and golden and they'll slide right off.
Kind of having that fly around here. And what we're going to do is form this into a circle, like the discs that I have.
Okay.
And then we're going to really kind of cut that in half, because we're going to do 2 separate discs. We don't want it to get too big.
Okay.
And then we're just going to flatten it down a little bit, and we're going to cut it in eighths, and then brush it with some cream.
And you can see all that, that's all goodness, the flakiness. It's-
Yes. Thank you. And we want it about 3/4 inch thick, not too thick. And this would actually, I think, would be awesome for cocktails.
Oh, yeah.
For, you know, appetizers.
Yeah,
you
do
could just
minis?
Yes,
Yeah.
it would be really good. So we're just going to cut them really, really easy. Cut it into eighths.
With the, like a, this is just a,
Yeah, a bench scraper.
Okay.
It's a, and then we're going to put them on here, and we're just going to brush them with a little bit of cream, and toss them in the oven, and that's it.
about how long do they bake?
About 20 minutes. You know, everybody's oven is different.
Yeah.
You really want to just, you don't want them too dark. You can see the ones we have here
They're
have a nice
perfect.
golden color. And as I said, you can actually put, you know, make it ahead, make the disc ahead. I wouldn't freeze it because the onions would probably go dark on you, but you can, you can actually make it the night before, so you can pull it out in the morning and just have a really delicious.
Yum.
So,
And why do we do the little bit of cream on top?
well, that just gives it a little bit of a shine, and it facilitates the making it golden. So it,
Wow. And here they are again. 400 was the oven temperature, and
Right.
just until they're golden. So that
Right.
took what, 20 minutes?
About
or so?
20 minutes or
About
so.
20 minutes. They look fantastic. I
Thanks.
can hardly wait to throw these in and have them. Got to have these warm though. I think they're so much
oh,
better
and
warm.
the
Yeah.
whole kitchen just fills with the
I-
aroma of the bacon and the
Oh,
cheddar.
I could only imagine. So you need to make these, and you can, by the way, get the recipe on our website. Michelle's going to stick around. What are we making next time, Michelle?
We are making my go-to blueberry buckle coffee cake.
Ooh, I like go-to recipes. So stick around. That and more coming up. Plus, we're making a Southwest frittata. We'll be back.